back to today's lesson, which is lesson 14. My name still remains Ijabamo, and I will be your host for today's lesson, lesson 14 of 38 life lesson. Today's topic is find yourself. You need to find yourself. Oh, I'm really excited about this topic because it's something that I know people don't even recognize that they need to get to that point. So it reads, find yourself. In my journey of self-discovery, I've cried, failed, been rejected, lied about, and talked about, all because I didn't know who I was or what I wanted. I've invested years in tireless creative self-work to find myself. I've learned what works for me and what I never want to try again. If you're ready to start your journey of self-discovery, take the time to reflect on where you came from. If you face your past experiences, both good and bad, to gain a deeper understanding of yourself. Pushing these experiences aside can leave you feeling lost and unsure of who you are. I want to reassure you that with time, patience, and openness, you can embrace your most authentic self, regardless of the situations that have shaped you into who you are today. Hi people. Like I said, today's topic is quite an interesting one, and I know a lot of people can have a story to that effect, either a story or something they can really talk about when it comes to finding yourself. Finding yourself means understanding personal values, your goals, your passions, and recognizing that your identity goes beyond titles like my wife, titles like my partner, my girlfriend, my daughter. In fact, she's a professional. You know, those kind of titles. Finding yourself goes beyond that. Personally, I've been through so much that I'm excited I'm sharing the 38 lessons with you, in a sense that I've made certain decisions in my life that has really affected me, affected how I think, affected me mentally, just because I didn't know who I was. I've been lied to, I've cried, I've failed, I've been rejected, I've been disappointed, I've been abused because I didn't know who I was. Now, I'm going to talk about the abuse bit. We sometimes really settle. We settle because we do not know who we are. Yesterday I spoke about settling. Don't settle. It all comes down to finding yourself, because if you don't know who you are, you definitely will settle. When I say don't settle, it means find who you are. Get to know your authentic self. When you get to know what makes you happy, what brings the you out, you will not settle for just anything. Like I was saying yesterday, when you get to know what works for you, frankly, you're not going to settle because society has meanings to things. Society has set timelines and all that. And this time, you need to find yourself before you make certain decisions. Decisions like marriage, decisions like career choice, like where you work. I mean, all those decisions, you need to find yourself. If you do not find yourself, if you don't know who you are and you seek validation out there, people will find you. People will find meaning to who you are. So you find yourself first. This is for my young women out there. Finding yourself also means finding what works for you. Finding what makes you happy. Finding what brings your authentic self. It's key. It's so important. You won't believe that some people will finish school and the next thing they're thinking about is marriage. They'll finish school and the next thing they're thinking about is a rich somebody. They want to work at it. Please take your time and find yourself and find what works for you. I personally, because I was still looking for love out there, I didn't know I had so much love in me. Yes, I had love that was given out, but I didn't know that love was supposed to be for me, but not for people out there. You cannot give what you do not have. So until you are able to love yourself enough, you say that you have love to give, but until you are able to love yourself enough, you can't love people out there. And the reason why I'm saying that is, if you love yourself enough, one, you won't subject yourself to abuse. Two, you won't subject yourself to things that will mean you need to compromise your values for. In finding yourself or wanting to get to a place of self-discovery, you need to take the time to know where you are coming from, to face your past experiences, both good and bad, gain understanding of where you are going, to gain understanding of yourself, to gain understanding of who you are. Because your past experiences, where you are coming from, you have to understand, you have to know where you are coming from. That's what will shape your present. That's what I'm not saying go and dwell on it, but where you have to know who you are. Like when those days when I used to work with my friends, because I know where I was coming from, there were certain things I wouldn't do. I wouldn't do it because it could get me into trouble. And when I'm in trouble, who is coming? Me feel be and pen and then you go and do drugs, you go and do all those things. Who is coming for you? Sometimes you have to know where you are coming from. Before making certain decisions, before doing certain things, know who you are, know where you are coming from. Charlie, you cannot afford it. Don't rush into marriage because you think you are aging. Don't give birth because you think you are aging. Hey, I'm growing old. I just need to find... Look, they say it. Hey, probi na one no probi wouldn't know why, and that is it. My goodness. Please find yourself. And when you find yourself, you will not settle. When you find yourself, you will not subject yourself to certain things. Please. Don't stop what society is. Stop it. Don't allow society to determine how you should move, how you should live, the things you should. No. Create a life for yourself. Give life a meaning. How do you understand life? How do you even understand yourself? You need to come to a place of self-discovery. Seriously. Marriage shouldn't define who you are. No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't define who you are. You have to know yourself before you even get into it. This is for both men and women. You have to come to a place of self-discovery. Know your likes, your dislikes. Know what makes you happy. What doesn't make you happy. Know, you know what you can tolerate. You are not going to settle because you are late, you are aging. You are not just going to find any job and do because you want people to know that you work at a particular company. You know, it used to be fun. It was like, where do you work? I work at the bank. But meanwhile, you're not happy. Where do you work? Oh, I work here. Oh, I know this person. Oh, hey, I bet you find yourself. In wanting to find yourself, it will need time. In finding yourself or coming to a place of self-discovery, it will need time. It will need patience and openness. You see, you can face your most authentic self. Patience. You need that openness. Look, regardless of where you are coming from, if you are able to practice patience and you're open with yourself and accept where you are coming from, knowing who you are, sitting down, analyze, knowing where you are going, my goodness, you will embrace your authentic self. You will love you. You will not settle for crumbs. You will not settle for just anything. I mean it. Get to a place of self-discovery. It helps with your choices. It builds your confidence. Seriously, I like it. I like it because it took me a long time in finding myself. It took me a long time. It took me physical abuse and almost losing myself to find myself, to come to a realization that no, I deserve better than that. Who am I? What do I want? You need to come to that point. If you come to that point of knowing who you are, where you are going, your journey, understanding your values, you will not allow people to treat you anyhow. You will not allow certain things to happen to you. Like I said, it needs patience. It needs openness with yourself. To find yourself, my goodness. If I say I'm going to talk about this, we will go on and on about it, but in finding yourself, which is same as self-discovery, it is a path for self-acceptance, to live a fulfilled life and a purposeful life. Find yourself before you enter into. Don't rush into anything. Before even getting a job at a particular place, before making friends, before doing anything, like, know yourself, know what you want, know what makes you happy, know you, love you. Like, do more for you, all right? Like, do you. Find yourself. Thank you for joining me for today's lesson, which is lesson 14 of 38 live lesson. I am so thankful for you all for subscribing, for listening, for the feedbacks. I'm very much grateful. Join me again tomorrow for lesson 15. Woo! I like it. So please tell your friends to tell their friends to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on Instagram. Let's chat. We can have a conversation, you know. Thank you so much for joining me on today's lessons. Bye-bye.